Well, hello there. Out for another one of my few remaining weekday hikes. Come out again to Leita Thompson due to its convenience. Mixing things up a little bit with Buddy out here with me tonight. So he is glad to be out of the house. The sounds and smells of fall have been driving him crazy at home, and he just wants to get out here and explore for a little while. So I figured I'd indulge him. But with all the critters active, the squirrels are quite busy this time of night, so he's on high alert for anything going on. That being the case, we're going to enjoy ourselves out here tonight and check in along the way. No, there's no way you'll pick it out on the camera, but maybe you'll hear it. There's an owl up here hooting away. You heard it, didn't you, buddy? A little bit early in the evening for him to be active, but he is making his presence known. I thought I'd give you a little view of the pond. The trail wraps around at its midpoint. It's got a nice little scattering of leaf cover on it. Makes for a very picturesque fall view. It's been a pretty quiet evening out here. Hasn't been that many people on the trail, and Buddy has pretty much been behaving himself despite constant temptation, as it were. Lots of squirrels out here active, as I mentioned, and some of them are quite bold. They'll be, maybe 2 or 3 feet off the trail, jump up onto a tree nearby and hang there on the side of the trunk, maybe 3 feet off the ground, twitching their tails like nothing and driving Buddy crazy. He's tugged at the leash a little bit in their direction, but hasn't gone lunging or pulling me off course to go after him. So he's behaving himself, which is a good boy. Right, buddy? You a good boy? Yeah, you know you're a good boy. So we're still enjoying ourselves out here, making good pace and enjoying the evening. Well, Buddy and I are nearing the end of the second time round. Actually had a little bit more traffic second time around than the first, and a lot more dogs out here, and Buddy was a gentleman and behaved himself on every encounter, so proud of him for that. But I'm going to go ahead and close it out here. Well, I still got good light, and we will see how things finish off. But one thing I wanted to call out with this hike, for the first time since July, I have caught up to my pace distance, and my spreadsheet after I enter tonight's numbers will be in the green for the first time since July. So I've been chasing that dragon for a while, and glad to finally achieve that. Still got a lot of work ahead of me, but that's something I've been working hard on, and I'm proud of myself for catching back up. So that's it for tonight. Thanks for coming along with us. Buddy says thanks as well, and we will see you on the next trail. Well, hello there. Out for another midweek hike. I was late getting going today. Watch out for the sun. And as a result, I had limited options on where to choose to go to have a chance of getting any sort of decent hike in to speak of. So I have come back out to my neighborhood nature trail, which is in full fall mode based on the crunchy ground cover I'm dealing with. So we're gonna knock this one out in the remaining daylight, and we'll let you know how it goes. Trail's giving me mixed signals here. In one sense, I feel like we're fully in fall mode. Crunch of leaves beneath my feet, completely covering the ground. But I look up, and it's still mostly green. There's some pops of color here, or maybe some leaves fading into a yellowish green from their bright green of the summertime. But yeah, I guess all the color has already fallen in the first wave, and everything up there is sort of the late turners. But makes for an interesting dichotomy. Walking along, looking down, I feel like, yep, it's fall. And I look up and I'm like, not fall yet. So, but the feel of the trail, despite what appearances may suggest, is definitely fall, and I'm enjoying that. And some of the neighborhood dogs off yapping. The small stream that runs along the trail here is pretty covered up by leaves itself, and not a heavy water flow right now. We've been without any significant rain for several weeks, so I think there's more leaves than water in the stream bed. But it's still a very enjoyable hike, walk, depending upon what you approach it as. And I am very grateful for its proximity and my access to it. Well, I'm just about done. Made my way to the end and all the way back, and then I was actually able to extend my hike a little bit. There's a section of the trail that I'd never been on, wasn't even really aware of until, as I've mentioned before, a lot of the recent trail maintenance this year has kind of done an overall refresh of our trail system here in the neighborhood, and has made generally aware some additional sections that either weren't as well maintained or just there wasn't as much awareness of. And so I was able to extend my hike by about a good mile. So glad for the extra distance tonight when I wasn't expecting it, and glad for the overall experience. It's been a great night out here, kind of quiet, not heavily trafficked, but I've enjoyed it. Hope you have the little bits I've shared with you. Thanks for coming along with me tonight, and we will see you on the next trail.